What's up guys, I am Frost the Knight, and today I'm going to be showing you how to capture shiny Pokemon in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. This video was requested. I don't usually make videos of games like this, which is why obviously the quality is as it is. I usually do booster box opening and elite box opening for the trading card game. But this was requested, so I made sure that both the top and the bottom screen were in shot at all times so you know what's going on. And I do know that there are videos on YouTube already that cover how to catch shinies, but there isn't actually a viable method being proven yet. These are all speculations that people have found out themselves, just like the one I'm going to show you. And this is the one that a lot of people have found useful, so if you're not familiar with how to get shinies in this game, I'm going to show you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you've got as many max or super repels as you could possibly buy. This is to prevent any Pokemon in the wild jumping out at you while you're chaining. You also want to make sure that you've got a Pokemon in the first slot of your party that has moves with high PP, so between 30 to 40 PP points. This will mean you'll be able to knock out each Pokemon up until you get your shiny. So make sure you've got elixirs or ethers or maybe even some leopard berries just to make sure you can restore the PP if you need to. And I say the number one thing that you're going to need is you're going to need patience. There are videos where you see people getting shinies between 20 and 30 encounters, but that's just luck. Sometimes it can take up to 100, maybe even 200 before you get your shiny. But you just got to stick with it because it's worth it once you get what you want. So first off, you got to be sure you've caught the Pokemon that you want to encounter. So for this video, we're going to use Ralts as an example because it's one of my favorites. And it's available early on in the game, so it's easily accessible. So what you gotta do is you gotta click in the Dexnav section here, the Pokemon you want to chain. Now as you can see, Ralts is there, and in the corner it says search level 211. Now the search level is really important if you want to capture shiny Pokemon, because the higher the search level, the better chances you have of finding Pokemon with hidden abilities, egg moves, items, even perfect IVs. And the higher the search level is, the more likely you are able to encounter that Pokemon again when you search. So just make sure that obviously it's at an adequate level, say over about 50, and obviously it'll help you. I think the level cap for the search level is about 999. That was confirmed by somebody on Pokemon Community, but we'll just see how that goes. So the reason my search level is 201 is because I found my shiny Ralts at 204. And basically what you gotta do is you just gotta search it. Just gotta start your search. Just start your search and hope it finds one straight away. So it's found one. Now, if you look here, it tells you the Pokemon's first move, its ability, and what's called potential. So we'll encounter it so it doesn't run. And I found this out a little earlier when I was trying to make this video before. If the Pokemon manages to escape before you encounter it, that doesn't actually break your chain, which I believe it used to. So it doesn't break your chain if the Pokemon escapes, you just need to encounter another one. So what you need to do is you need to knock out the first Pokemon, and that'll be chain 1. Now you keep going through and through, encountering one by one until you find a shiny. Now, before I knock out this first Ralts, the things that can break your chain are quite simple. If you leave the area you're chaining in, your chain will break. If you encounter a wild Pokemon, but then run away from it, your chain will break. If you walk or run up to the Pokemon, your chain will obviously break. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky and people seem to overlook these factors. If the Dexnav says it can't find the Pokemon in question, don't worry, your chain isn't broken, it just couldn't find it in the area. So have a walk round, go back to the original spot you were trying to search in, and search again, and keep doing this until it finds the Pokemon again. But during that time, if another Pokemon's tail pops up in the grass, that doesn't mean your chain is broken either, and by no means should you leave it alone you need to encounter that Pokemon and knock it out as well. Because if you don't, your chain will definitely break. So, say for example, if you're searching for Ralts like I am right now, and you encounter a Poochyena, its tail sticks out in the grass, you need to knock it out. Because if you let it escape, or you run away, your chain will definitely break. So we're going to go ahead and knock out this Ralts, now that I've told you what can potentially break your chain. Oh, and I don't think this needs to be said, but don't initiate a trade or a battle or anything like that, because your chain's obviously going to break. I've seen somebody make that mistake, and it's unnecessary, so just make sure you don't do that. So now that we've chained Ralts once, that allows us to go ahead and find another one. So in this area, I like to go around about, let's just say, here, because there's a patch of grass above me and a patch of grass below me. Now, I think this just allows the game to have more options of where it can spawn the next Ralts. So try and find areas where there's grass in different areas of yourself. So one above, one below, or one to the left or one to the right. It doesn't really matter. As long as there's more than one patch of grass around you, you should have an easier time. So we'll search again. Okay, so it's found another one. I think it was down at the bottom. You see, it has a egg move, and it has its hidden ability, so we'll encounter it. Now if you notice there, it said the word potential. Now if I haven't covered this already, what potential means is what we were talking about earlier about IVs. Potential stands above 3 blank stars. The blank stars basically symbolize the IVs of the Pokemon. So if one star is lit up, that means it has one potential stat with a maximum of 31 IVs, which means it has a perfect stat. And if it has more than one, that means it has more than one stat with perfect IVs. So once all 3 stars are lit up, that means it has 3 perfect stats, and if it has a red exclamation mark next to it, that means it has more than 3 IVs perfect. So it could potentially have 6 IVs. So if that's what you're hunting for, always catch them when they have a red exclamation mark, because you could potentially have a perfect Pokemon. Okay, so I skipped a little bit here because I wanted to show you something pretty useful that I haven't seen mentioned anywhere else. Basically, once you've encountered 4 Pokemon of the same species when you're chaining, so I have encountered 4 Ralts now, something different will happen. So I'll just show you instead of explaining it, because I think that's easier. So the Ralts we've encountered so far, between 1 and 4, has all been level 3. Now, if we search for the 5th one, now as you can see, this one is level 13, and it has a star lit up, which means it has a perfect stat. Now, we'll just encounter it before it runs away. Now, the reason it's level 13, most people believe, is to help people with chaining. Every 5 Pokemon you encounter, the level will be 10 levels higher. This doesn't mean once you beat this Ralts, all Ralts you'll find following are going to be level 10. 10 levels higher. It just means that this one symbolizes that you're doing your chain right. So, I'm going to knock this Ralts out and show you what I mean. And it knows a egg move, which was Shadow Sneak. Again, I apologize, I can see how bad the quality of the video is going here. But okay, so we knocked out the level 13 Ralts. Now if we search for another one, and bearing in mind, before level 13, they were all level 3. And if you look there, that Ralts is level 4. which is 1 level higher than the ones previously. And the reason for that is because when you chain, the Pokemon, like in this instance, starts at level 3. When you get to the 5th Pokemon in the chain, you'll see that a 10 level increase symbolizes you're still doing the chain right. And then the 6th and onwards, it'll be a level higher. So between chains 6 and 10, the results will be level 4. And on chain 10, the results should be level 14. So that means once you get to chain 11, the results will be level 5. So as long as you see that the level of the Pokemon goes up in this manner, you're always doing your chain right. So when you chain, if the level resets, it means somewhere you made a mistake. Once your chain hits 40, that gives you the maximum potential of finding a shiny Pokemon. And after that, it's just basically grinding until you find the Pokemon you want shiny. So obviously I'm not going to go ahead and do 40 more battles just to make sure you get to see a shiny, because I think you generally get the gist of what you need to do from here. So in a nutshell, what you need to do, make sure you've got repels, encounter Pokemon via the Dexnav without making any mistakes, knock out each Pokemon in question as they appear, keep an eye on the levels of the Pokemon to ensure that your chain has held, and be patient. The number one rule is patience, because it's going to take a little while, and if you really want that shiny Pokemon, then you will be patient and you will get what you will get the shiny Pokemon at the end. So just persevere and keep on grinding through those Pokemon, and you'll eventually get what you want. And you may even find something rare along the way, because I didn't even know that Ralts could learn Shadow Sneak. So you learn something new every day. So if this video has been helpful to you in any way whatsoever, just leave a comment in the comment section below, because I'd like to hear what Pokemon you find, what egg moves you found on certain Pokemon you didn't know they could learn, and if you want, you can subscribe as well. But as I say, I don't post videos of gaming very often. This was just a request. I will be posting a booster box of next Destinies at the end of the month, and then I will be posting regularly 2 to 3 times every week, and I will be giving away Pokemon TCG codes online as well. So that'll be available at the end of the month to symbolize the start of 2015, and I will give away all 36 code cards. So look forward to that, and as I say, just stay frosty, guys.